Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So I'm going to be doing part two of my Kauai Humane Society Stamp for a Cause. If you missed the first video, I will link it in the description box. And in that video, I kind of read on what it stands for and everything. So this one, we're going to play with some of the other images from Mineology Plate Kauai Humane Society M367. So I did some different ones in the first one. So this time we're going to get some of these little fun surfing images and where they're laying out on their towels, things like that. So for the base color, went with a bright blue. So I'm using Maybelline Turquoise Tease. And this is just my way through nails of showing my support and awareness. So I'm going to be getting these two images here and these two images here. So I'll start from the bottom and work my way up. And I will be reverse stamping this time. I'm going to be using Maniology's Acorn B498. So do any of you already have this plate or are you interested in this plate? I like any plate that stands for a cause. And this one just speaks to me because it is animals. And if you missed the last video, my mother-in-law and sister-in-law gifted me this plate for my birthday. And all the images picked up just fine. I'm also going to go ahead and get this one as well. And I did talk about some of my fur babies in the last video. And then I'm going to get this one too. And I certainly appreciate you watching and being here and on any of my videos. So I had to pull out my clear stamper because the other ones are filled up. Okay, we're going to start with the little dog on the towel. I'm going to go to new color 997. Now I intentionally wore my heart rings because I love fur dogs. Fur dogs, oh my gosh, fur babies. And I want to do fun colors. And so for the lines on the towel, I'm going to go to Paparazzi, Be Optimistic. And I will pause in between certain parts to save on your watch time. Okay, I finished that part. Now I'm going to go to LA Colors and Energy. And I'm alternating between my bigger brush and my smaller brush, depending on what area I'm doing. And I know I do upload quite often because I've mentioned before, I love doing this. This is my passion. I don't feel right. If I'm not doing it, it's just good for my mental health. and enjoy it. So I upload a lot. Okay, so I'll be right back. I am definitely one that needs to keep my mind busy. Okay, and I'm just going in the order of which I picked them up. So this one's got different parts that can be reverse stamped. So I think for this little belly area, I'm going to go to Paparazzi Simply Lovely. And his little mouth was open, so I just went ahead and did that in Color Vibe Lilac Love. And I'm also going to do the rest of his mouth area in Lilac Love. I'm going to do his shorts in LA Colors Maryland. I want to do the rest of him in a chocolate brown, so Candy Mayo 941. So I'm tapping so I don't peel up any of the lined image. And I'll finish him and I'll be right back. Okay, for his surfboard, part of it I'm going to do in Color Vibe Squeeze Me. And if you're unaware, most of these are from Dollar Tree. I typically do reverse stamp with my Dollar Tree polishes just to save on cost. Okay, I'm also right here going to alternate. I'm going to do this little bottom portion in the orange. I'm going back to my green I've already used called Energy, and we're going to finish the board off with that. Again, I'm going to alternate the bottom. And then it has a bottom portion that can be sand. So I'm going to take my same color I used earlier, new color, where'd you go? 997, and fill that in a little. Okay, and we're going to look at them. Okay, so there's a couple areas I can see that I missed on the surfboard. I'm going to do those and come back. Okay, and now we got the cat. And typically I do need to hold them up to the light so I can see better to tell pieces I've missed. All right, for the cat, I'm going to go to Candy Moyo 957. Okay, so this time I'm going to do the dots on here in the green instead of making the towel green. I'm kind of alternating colors. And I'll be right back. And I've also done the top and bottom portion with that as well. Okay, I've given that a minute to dry. Now I'm going to go to the yellow and finish that off. I hope you guys find peace and comfort here. Okay, so for this cat, I've gone back to Simply Lovely for the belly on it as well. For the rest of it, I'm going to go to Maybelline Serene Still. For part of this surfboard, I'm going to go to Orange. And the rest of it we're going to do in red. And these are colors I've already used. If I use a different color, I'll tell you what the name of it is. Okay, so for the wave, I want to take some of Color Vibes Whiteout. I'm just going to use that for part of it. Okay, I added just a little bit more to that little section right there. Now I'm going to go to Color Vibe Blue Skies for the rest of it. So maybe there'll be just a little bit of a tone difference compared to the background. I'm picking it up to see if I'm missing anything. I see a couple pieces. Also, that little thing is a heart, a little black heart. I want to go ahead and apply this one because I'm going to free up a couple of stampers. I want to add something. And I have applied a matte top coat. And this one as well. I'm going to go ahead and add it. Okay, because what I want to do is go to one of my favorite Miniology plates, M104. This plate has been well loved. And I'm going to get this umbrella image twice. I'm going to use Miniology Fireside B189 for the pickup. And I'm choosing to pick it up in red. That way it's already got um, color. I only have to color in part of it, like so. So I'll do that one more time and be back. Okay, for these two, I'm going back to Lilac Love. I want to give them a little pink nose. Let me get my smaller brush real quick and get a little bit more polished. He also has his little mouth open a little bit, so I'll do the same for it. Okay, so I'm going to go to LA Colors Nudie for the dog. So I don't want to use too dark of tones because I want the glasses, to still show up. All right, let me look at it. Oh, he's cute. All right, and our little cat, we're gonna go to Kenny Mago 938. So we're just doing the finishing touches. Okay. Oh, no, I got it. Let's look. Oh, his little pink didn't show up too much against that color. I thought it would, but he's still cute. Okay, and the umbrellas, I'm gonna finish them both up in white. So I'll just do one with you. Now yep, that red section, it's kind of like lines, so I need to go ahead and apply it across the whole thing. Okay, I need to turn this one because I want it a bit more opaque. And I'll do the other one and be back. Okay, so they're both the same. Okay, I'm gonna now apply our little cat and dog on this one, and I'm gonna do these diagonal. Now, when you use a matte, see that wasn't ready. I was gonna say, when you use a matte top coat to apply an image, you have to time it just right. And sometimes it is difficult. So I'm using my stamper to press it down. This one, I gotta, okay. Typically with my clear coat, I can tell it better than my matte. Okay, so I do want to go back to this plate and we're gonna get the paw print image. Just gonna pick it up with Acorn and we're gonna place it between these two. Okay, I'm gonna get this extra piece off real quick before I apply it. Okay, and I kind of want to do it like so. But actually, since I've kind of got up a little bit too much, I want to let me get these first three, and I'm also going to apply those because it's not quite pulled together the way I want it. And that is my fault. So these, let me see what I really want. That last one off, like, I know I want this one and this one. Kind of like they're friends. So I have like the two different directions. Like they're together, but they're their own. If that makes sense. It makes sense in my head. Okay, I want to get the umbrellas placed, and I'm gonna tilt this one in this direction. And this one in the opposite direction. Okay, the cat one's not ready yet, but the dog one is. Okay, okay. Now the cat one's ready. Okay, I have decided on a whim. I want to also bring in Maniology Plate M413. I want to get the heart here. I picked it up already one time, but I have not applied it yet, and I'm using my Maniology Fireside again, B189. I'm not gonna rush myself because I'm having to get off the extra pieces. So I will just have to apply a little bit more of my matte top coat to get these applied because it gets these extras, and by the time I get to it, since it's already a matte base, it makes it too dry for me to apply. So I'm having to wait for that to dry. But you could apply these to the top or the bottom. Both would be cute. Be like that at the bottom. But I'm going to add mine to the top. But of course I have to wait till it's ready, and this one actually looks ready. Let's go ahead and get this one on real quick. Oh, so it started to peel up, so I had to come back the other way. And hopefully this one, I didn't wait too long. Because I felt like they just needed a little something else. Of course, we could go into adding um, clouds and all that sort of a thing, but it's more focused on like the love for animals and the support and that sort of thing. So I just decided to add the hearts instead. All right, friends, there we go. So that lets us bring in the other images for the Humane Society plate. And I will link them again in this description box as well. So the fur babies are just having their fun beach day. And then I just did the added addition. So like excuse me, restart. Liked the added addition of having the little umbrella since they're laying out, and the little hearts, and then the paws. Since I went up higher, decided to go to the second one to make another one. Again, thank you so very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you can do anything to support a fur baby, I would love that. So until the next one, have a blessed day, and I love you, friends. Bye.